Hey, this is JC and welcome to Small Brick City. In a previous video, I shared how to do some simple modifications to the 2019 Creator 3-in-1 set, the River Houseboat. The simple modifications was to make it look a bit weathered so it matches the old fishing store. Many people did like the modifications, so thanks for the comments, but there are also many who did highlight that it wasn't weathered enough. But I should mention, at that time when I did the video, was simply to do as little as possible to modify it. However, many pointed out that the roof was a bit too clean and not weathered enough, and there were also people who had a problem with the position of the door. They would prefer it on the back of the boat and not the side. So just a shout out to a couple of these fine folks: Edlin Reddy, Moon Knight, William, L Hill, Tonina Sata, Galagade, C Bricks Tutorials, Willie A. Chilies, I hope I got your name correct, James Dobo, Lil Mac Bricks, and Lunch. As my sole purpose on this planet is to please you, I'm going to do a ReMOC or remake of the River Houseboat so it better fits the old fishing store. In this case, I'm going to make some drastic changes so that it fits better, and hopefully you will like the results. Let me share with you some of my initial plans. So here are the changes I'm going to do for this ReMOC. The first thing is this door. I'm going to change it to a darker tone, in this case brown. I understand the design to have it a yellow color to give some color to the build, but I guess if we want to make it match the old fishing store, it should be a darker color. I'm also going to move the door over here. It's not going to be so straightforward, mainly because of this awning. It is a bit lower than the height of the door, so I'll probably have to raise this up by at least one plate high. And I do not want to affect the overall proportion of the boat because I think this is the maximum height it should be in relation to the length and the width of the boat. So we'll see how that goes. I will be changing out this awning again. I understand the need for this bright color just to make it more interesting and visually pleasing, but I'm going to go with a darker tone sort of an awning, and I've chosen to use a brown plate and various different colored tiles, and I purposely just chose them to be a bit different. It looks a bit like a patchwork, and just so that it fits the overall weathered look of the ship. And that's going to be pretty simple, or the boat I would say. This isn't a ship, so this can easily come out like that, although I will have to raise it, and this will be in its place. And you can see almost immediately it probably fits a bit better. Another complaint that a lot of people had was with the roof, and because it's just too white and stark. I totally get it. I don't have any tiles or curved tiles in different colors, and I don't think putting in different colored curved tiles or changing the color will really help the modern look. We really need to change the roof completely, and I do have a plan for that. So this is modular in style, so I'm going to keep that same concept because I'm not going to change that design of the boat, but I will build a new roof. And let me show you my plan. Here is the base structure of the roof. I know it looks a bit strange, but I'll explain it and it'll make perfect sense in just a bit. So this particular piece here basically replicates this 4-stud wide piece over here. So this is the center boning of the boat, and the roof goes on a bit like that. Notice the two modified plates with open-ended bars here that replicates these two here for the light and also for the flag. So that would be transplanted across. So you might be thinking, what on earth is this structure here? So I've added in a gray plate, as you can see. I've added in these modified tiles with clips, and I've got bar elements here. So there's one of these long 5-stud long bars, and there's a, I believe this is a 3-stud long bar, 4-stud long bar. So the whole purpose of this is to create some kind of a support system to create a sloped roof. And that's exactly what I'm doing with these pieces here. So I've got some plates with corresponding modified plates with bar elements, and I'm going to clip them on somewhat like that. I believe that will go there, and it's a matter of adjusting it so that I can lever it down. And that's why I have this additional 2 by something gray plate here, and that's to create an angle for the roof. So once again, now I am sure you can see it coming along. Now for this side over here, notice there's this, either it's a bilge pump or some kind of ventilation or exhaust pipe. So we need to build around that. So I have a large plate over here, which I can clip here, like that. And then again, I'm adjusting it just so that there's clearance from the clip so that it can fold down. Over here, I've got a shorter plate, and this plate can come here so that it just ends before that exhaust pipe or bilge pump. Let me try to get that down, and that looks like that. And here we have one final plate, which is a 2 by 4 plate, and that fits there. So once I get this properly done, right now I will have to adjust it, but you get the idea. I'll straighten everything out so that it works out nicely, and I'm going to finish the top of the roof with various tiles. So I'll just give you a quick example. This might come out to somewhere like that, or maybe it'll come out this way, and then we could use a shorter one like that, and so on and so forth. As you can see, this replicates the look of the roof of the old fishing store, and because of the way these tiles are going to be done, they will more or less cover these bar elements here, and that works out very well, and I think would really match the old fishing store well. I'm also going to see what I can do after I move the door. I will have to fill up this area. I'll add in more of these tiles again to give a random weathered look. So those are basically my plans. I'm going to do that right now, and let's look forward to the final result. So it looks like I've managed to do the alteration of the door, moving it from one side to the other, and I've also retained this hinging side wall, but I did have to actually flip things around. Originally this sink and these windows were on this hinging wall, but there was a need to switch it around because of the door here. I had to put the bed here. But if I put the bed here, it made no sense for the sink to be directly above the bed. Now the TV is directly above the bed, which isn't great because you can't be watching TV when you're lying in bed, but this is the best that can be done for the situation and for the build, and everything still does work out logically. The door is now here, you can enter. I will put back the chair, and I've actually put in a swivel, and in fact I'll do it right now, and you can see that with the chair here and on the swivel, it actually goes just over the bed, so that works out quite well. I will take it out the chair now because I'm going to towel the inside of the boat just to finish it off as well. But that's basically it. I think I've got the awning, so if we put the roof back, and just using this as an example, see, that works out well. I believe I did raise it up by one plate, maybe. Or maybe it was just this part, I can't remember now. But I think the proportion still works, and we're still on track. So what I'm going to do now is to finish the inside in terms of the tiling, the outside deck as well. I'm going to fill up this space, and then I'm going to work on the roof. Okay, here are some of the update changes I've done. So I've tiled the entire inside of the boat, as you can see, so it looks like some wooden planks. I've also changed up some of the weathering look on the outside, changing up the color, switching the round. I added in a modified brick here to put in this slanted wooden piece. It looks like a bit of a patchwork or repair work. I've also placed all these elements back onto the back deck. I will not be tiling this so that we can place minifigs, and also gives it a bit of a rough look, which I think is always fine for the outdoor element type of surfaces. So it looks like we're almost here. What I need to do now is to complete the roof design that I intend, and we should finish this build. And there we have the completed boat. I think that works out about right. I think this has to be moved though. Let me see if I'm right. This particular part of the roof. So the challenge, of course, is to try to take this roof off in a modular style easily. And I think, okay, so this should look here, which means that I will have to do some changes over here to make sure the gap is right. But once I do that, I would have completed this boat, and we'll put it next to the old fishing store and see how it looks. And here we have the completed ReMOC of the river houseboat. Now I did have to make some changes, particularly for the roof over here. So I had to move some of the clips around, including the position of the bars, so that I could get that right enclave or this indent for this bilge pump or exhaust pipe to come through the roof. So I actually have several pieces. There's a 1x4, a 2x4, a 2x3, a 4x4, and another 1x4 piece. So you can see there are many different slates that form up this roof. So if you intend to do this, you will have to experiment around to create that right look. But overall, I think this roof really works, and it does match the roof for the old fishing village in terms of the look. I think I could afford to put a couple of slates here, just like how the roof for the old fishing store is, so I still could crisscross some of these 1x4 tiles on it. But overall, I think I've captured the essence of the original build, but I have successfully remocked it to reflect the look of the old fishing store. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you think everything has been done in terms of what can be done, moving the door, changing up the roof, and just generally giving it a weathered look. Now, this part of the roof can be lifted off because it's still modular in nature, so that pops off just like that as one complete unit, and that gives you access to the inside of the ship, or the boat, I'm sorry, and I can open this up as per the original design to look inside. So that works. Overall, I'm really happy with this ReMOC. As mentioned, let me know what you think in the comments. If you missed the previous video, we're currently running a 4,000 subscribers special. This is a giveaway and the first of 3, so be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on the other specials. For the first giveaway, we'll be giving this 3D micro build of the Small Brick City Cityscape. This is a 3D version of our Small Brick City logo, and we'll be giving this away to one lucky subscriber, including this autograph tile right over here. To find out the details on how to win this, do check out the video in the card above or in the link below. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.